Greetings, welcome back. El Rushmore, the cutting edge of societal evolution. It's Friday, so let's keep going.
Live from the Southern Command in sunny South Florida, it's Open Line Friday.
Here's the number, 800-282-2882, and the email address, elrushmore@eibnet.us. I want to reiterate, we are witnessing right in front of our eyes a silent coup to unseat and render effectively immaterial Donald Trump as president of the United States. The real Russian scandal is the collusion between Barack Obama and his administration and the Russians. Obama's team used the pretext of Russian interference in the election to justify wiretaps and illegal leaks of the Trump team, including a U.S. senator and now attorney general. What has really gone on here? And I just want to repeat what I said at the opening of the hour because it wasn't happenstance, and I mean it. The real collusion between our government and the Russians happened with Barack Obama and Vladimir Putin and the Russians. And just to reiterate, I want you to remember some things. Just ask yourself, how far back do you have to go into the campaign before you remember hearing that Trump and Putin were buddies? Remember when Trump was getting all excited about the fact that Putin was praising him, and then Trump wouldn't release tax returns. And so there became a new narrative, and that is that Trump and Putin are good buddies. And this could be very bad for the United States. The way it manifests itself, Trump is such an idiot. He's such a neophyte. He's such an outsider. He doesn't know things. He doesn't understand. And he wants to sidle up to Putin just because he likes Putin, because Putin likes him. You know, Trump's such a sophomore. And so Trump really poses a great danger because Putin doesn't like him and Putin doesn't like us, and Putin is playing Trump for a fool and all that. So that gets the ball rolling that there's a tie, that there's a connection, a bromance, if you will, between Putin and Trump. And there isn't. The real bromance is Barack Obama and the Russians. That makes more sense ideologically, it makes more sense politically, and it makes more sense historically. We know that Obama has worked with Putin on the disarming of the United States nuclear arsenal. We've got Obama on tape telling Putin's number two guy, be patient with me, be patient, I'll have more flexibility after the election. But Obama has turned this around. The Democrats have turned this around. And they're now saying that it is the potential danger of Trump working with the Russians. They use this potential danger to justify wiretaps of Trump's team during the campaign and the transition. And this is what's justifying this so-called illegal leaking. If the fake news were not so insanely and irrevocably left-wing, the effort by an outgoing president to undermine his predecessor using intelligence agencies would be a bigger scandal than Watergate, because that's what's going on here. That's what's unprecedented. I mean, Truman and Eisenhower hated each other, but when Eisenhower assumed office, Truman went back to the haberdashery and independence, and that was that. Obama hasn't gone anywhere. He stayed in Washington, and he is running the resistance. And that, my friends, is a bigger story than Watergate could have ever been. But nobody is going to know about it because the drive-bys are never going to report it, and the people that watch the drive-bys probably don't even know that Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton once met on an airplane. I don't think they even know 90% of the stuff that you know about Obama and Hillary and the Democrat Party, because the media they watch never reports it. Do a little experiment. Do you have any liberal friends that you still have peaceful relations with? Next time you get together with them, don't be confrontational. Just ask them. Just start talking about things like Clinton meeting with Loretta Lynch a week before, when they start going on about Sessions, how he ought to quit and Trump ought to quit. Yeah, you know, it kind of reminds me when Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton met 1 week before the FBI was going to render a decision on the investigation of Hillary's email. Remember, Clinton got on her plane out in Phoenix, and they won't know. Guarantee they will never have heard of the story. They won't know a thing you're talking about. Odds are. Some of them might, but very few. It wasn't reported. And to the extent that it was, remember, it took a local news person to even bring that story to anywhere. A local Phoenix TV person was responsible for getting that story. You want to talk about violations of ethics and morals? Obama and the Democrats are the story, and their ongoing effort to sabotage and undermine, as an outgoing president, the incoming president.